What if I told you that techniques to gain more calm, more abundance, more flow, and more fulfillment are very similar to techniques used to learn a language in the fastest possible way? You heard correctly. After watching this video, you'll understand two very useful things: how to learn languages the most efficient way, and the key skills behind a happy life. I'm Filip Mráček, your guide to seamless life flow. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. You probably associate peace of mind with things like yoga, meditation in temples, burning incense sticks, psychotherapies, and following all sorts of gurus. And language learning? Boring textbooks or flashy but equally inefficient apps. On the surface, there seems to be no overlap at all. But when we go deeper to the essence of things, the picture starts to look very different. So let's do exactly that. Let's start with the core, our ability to experience lasting fulfillment, peace, and happiness. Where does this skill actually come from? What do you think monks do in temples, besides escaping the real challenges the life brings? They train their focus. And that is, without doubt, one of the most rewarding things you can do in this reality, regardless of what you think about monks, temples, or religion in general. And the most advanced meditations are, at their heart, pure focus training. So why does focus matter so much? Because all your dissatisfaction, all your anxiety, all your fears are ultimately a product of the mind. The mind is a useful tool, but a terrible master. When you don't train your focus, the mind runs the show. It conjures dark scenarios. It constantly compares your reality to some fantasized ideal. It's restless, and it simply won't leave you alone. When you train your focus, you build inner mental muscles that let you redirect your attention away from thoughts that serve no real purpose and only drain your energy towards something far more enjoyable, being fully present in the moment. That's where happiness lives. Happiness is pure presence, and pure presence requires training the mental muscles that change your relationship with your own mind. Instead of being its servant, you gradually become its master. When you've conquered your mind, you've conquered the universe, and happiness becomes inevitable. So what does smart language learning have to do with any of this? Smart language learning is pure focus training. The only difference from traditional meditation is that instead of concentrating on your breath and the contents of your mind, you focus on practical, useful sentences. Yes, sentences, not words. This is essential. Sentences are great units for focus training. Anyone who has ever chanted a mantra or recited a prayer will agree with that. And in the context of language learning, they are far more effective than learning isolated words and grammar rules. There's a whole science behind this, but simply put, the brain is only interested in useful things. Isolated words and grammar tables don't qualify, because we don't speak in isolated words or in grammar tables. We speak in sentences. It's that simple. The brain pays attention to tools that are ready to use out of the box, not to fragments that needs to be assembled. Looking up isolated words and studying grammar tables are supporting activities. But when we make them the cornerstones of our learning, we end up frustrated. When you learn a language the smart way, using, for example, the web app langboss.com, and when you absorb full sentences until you can translate them from your source language without hesitation, you'll find that your active skills and language confidence grow rapidly, and that your mind gets stronger and more focused every single session. Combining this form of mental fitness with dedicated practice like Vipassana meditation can transform your life in remarkable ways. Remember, this is about reclaiming agency, moving from passive passengers, waiting to see where the mind wanders next, to people who are firmly in charge of their own journey. To understand how we lost that inner power in the first place, and how to shift back into alignment in a general way, I highly recommend watching this video. I'm Filip Mraček, your guide to seamless life flow. Feel free to visit me at filipmraček.com, and I will see you in the next one.